everybody. We are here at Casey Maker Studio, and we are with Molly Molzer today to talk about Laura Heine workshops. Molly is a advanced certified Laura Heine collage instructor, and she teaches here at Casey Maker Studio. So with some classes coming up, Molly wanted to take a minute to tell you some information that you might need to be prepped and ready to go at your workshop date. So I'll turn it over, and Molly, it's all yours.
Great. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm so glad that you signed up to collage with me. But before class, we have some things to go over. First thing, let's talk about the project that you're going to choose to do. We don't want anything too large or too small. I think you'll get frustrated with either. On a pattern, Laura has the finished size written on the pattern somewhere. And if you can find one that is under 36 inches in either the width or the length, those are probably the best places to start as a beginner. She also has what's called the teeny tiny collections. We have lots of these in the store, but you kind of get more for your money because you get 3 patterns in one. So these are great places to start for our first class. I highly recommend that you use a fabric kit for your first pattern or first try. We have pattern kits, we have fabric kits here at the shop, while you can also order it with Laura Heine directly. She usually mails it back to you within about a week, so just give yourself some time there, but either one are the 2 that I recommend. A complete list of all the supplies are listed under the class description, and if you have any questions, the staff here is so incredibly helpful. And many times I'm already here anyway, so I'd be happy to help you as well. But most importantly, what we're here for is to show you how to back your fabric with the Steam-A-Seam 2. Once again, Laura. Okay, we have our Steam-A-Seam 2 here. When you get it, many times it is very tightly wound. So finding a piece of tape or something to put it down because you don't want it to roll on itself. You're going to tear back whichever side comes off the easiest, and you're going to fold it back. This is the sticky side. This right here that I'm folding is just the top layer. You are not going to want the top layer. You will be just throwing that away. So you'll take your fabric and you want it to cover completely. So we've got the right side up. This is the back side. I'm going to tear this back. You do not want to cut your motifs before putting it on the Steam-A-Seam. You'll cut your motifs afterward. Then you take your iron at the highest setting. So now what you're going to do is cut. So you're not getting any of the Steam-A-Seam showing on the side. Once you have that, You take your fusible mat, turn it upside down. Once again, I don't have any of the steam seam showing. You turn it upside down at your highest setting. With your iron, you press it. I do 20, 30 seconds in each press, about. I don't know if there's any real exact time. You don't have to worry about overheating steam seam, which is nice. If you're using a regular iron, you're not going to overheat it. And I do suggest using a large iron for this, not using your small irons for this, because they do get a little hotter. This is also a dry iron. You use steam later in the process. But once you have it all ironed on, you're going to let it cool off a bit. And you're going to want to make a check. This is difficult because I don't have any nails right now. But you want to make sure your goal is that the fabric now is sticky on this side and there isn't any steam seam 2 left on this side. That's what your goal is. So you want to check in some places and make sure that you have it that way. Now, for example, that right there can just be re-ironed and it's back on there. Not a problem. So for class, you'll want to come with all your pieces trimmed up nicely. I'm using some serrated scissors, which is very important for this class. Now, if you have a pattern like Emerson here, Emerson is totally and completely filled with individual motifs. They're all flowers in this particular one. So once you get your pattern, your steam seam, so sorry everybody. Once you get your steam seam backed on your fabric, then you can cut out the individual flowers and you'll be ready to put this together in class. So coming to class with your individual flowers already cut out is a wise decision, so you're not sitting in class and cutting the entire time. Patty,
I think that's everything.
I think it is. One thing her older patterns will say to trace the pattern on your patternies, and that process is no longer the way that she teaches the class, so skip that step. But I think that's all for now, and you can contact the shop and with any questions that you have, and I can't wait to see you all in class.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we can totally edit that.